level 2 for Google Chrome. So this is what you've missed on level 1 if you've gone straight to level 2. So if you need to go through any of those sections, then please go to the level 1 video. For level 2, we're going to talk about the reading list and how it's different to the favourites, profiles, so having different profiles on Chrome, how you can prioritise and reorder your favourites, which I've mentioned how to add things to your favourite bar in the first video, and finally reopening closed tabs. There you go, that's better. Reopening closed tabs. Okay, so reading list. So I'm just going to jump to, let's go to National Geographic again. So in the first video I went to the National Geographic website. Now if you want to add something to your favourites bar, which you can see this one is favorited now because it's got a blue star like that, so it will be on my favourites bar. We'll look at where that is in a moment because it's not there yet, but it is on, it's here. So that's great for having things that you will regularly use. So I've got things like the register, I've got the Google admin so I can go in and edit kind of details things. I've got my downloads tab, so anything I download I can access through there. Nord Read Record, Golden Mile, and so on. But you might have a website that you only need to use for a certain lesson, or for just maybe for 1 week. So if that's the case, you can, rather than add it as a bookmark or a favourite, you can add it to the reading list. So press Add to Reading List. Then you can see that this one here has now got a red dot, which it didn't have before. If I press on there, we'll then see an unread National Geographic website, and it said when it was added. So I can press onto that. So if I come out of that for a moment, go to my reading list, it's there. When I press onto it, it'll open in a new tab, and I've got the website that I wanted. Okay, and then if I go onto the reading list now, it will say that I've now read that. And if I don't need it anymore, I can tick or I can X out and it disappears. You can add multiple pages to the reading list. So if I go on to this one, I can add that to my reading list. If I go back to National Geographic, I can add that to reading list. And if I go to Drive, for example, I can add that. Now, if we go onto our reading list, I've got these three. Okay, and once I click onto them, it opens in a new tab. And if I go to my reading list now, you can see it says that one I've read, those ones I've not. If I tick onto it, it then goes back to unread again. Okay, and when you don't need any more, you can press the X out to get rid of it. Okay, so that's the reading list. Let's jump back to profiles. So for profiles, this is basically how you can have multiple accounts logged in on one Google Chrome. Now you can do that here, where you can add another account, and then you can have your kind of different email addresses, but you're better off using the profiles because the profiles will remember what your tabs are. Okay, so what you've got open, logged in as that person. So I'll just show you, let's come out of that for a moment. So this one here is the profile. Now if you've got a picture set to your account, it will come up with a picture, so you can see that I've got some of these ones. I've got the example accounts that we use to show children what they see in Google Classroom. Got my personal account. I've got the one that I use to put the videos for these tutorials on, and school football one as well, so the one I use for the football for Southport primary schools. So let's click onto that one and I'll show you how it will open up and what it looked like. So this is my tabs that I've got open for my work account. If I now press into the school football one, it opens up a new Google Chrome window. I don't know why there's so many new tabs, let's just close those. Okay, but it's got a new tab that you can access. It's logging in now to the school football email address. So I've got some emails about the futsal tournament happening, and it also opens up the school football website, which does need updating. Okay, so that's already set that whenever I press onto that, let's come out of that now, and that'll take me back to my normal one. Okay, so to my Nord Mail account, my work one. If I go through different ones, so my personal account will open up different tabs that I've used on that one. This one would open up the YouTube page to put this video on, and that one I would guess would open up the Google Classroom. Okay, and you can have as many of these. I think it's up to 10 different ones, but it might be more. You can have different profiles that will then automatically open certain certain tabs, as well as having your favourites based on which profile you logged into. So prioritising and reordering favourites is our next thing. So I said before that I'd added the National Geographic page. You can see it's got that blue favourite star, so it is favourited, but I can't see it along my favourites bar or my bookmarks bar. That's because I've got too many things along here, and it's actually there. Now, if I click on that one, I can then drag this, so I can put it up higher on this list, but I can also put it, do you see the white line? Somewhere in here. If I drop it there, we've now got National Geographic there, everything else is shifted along. Okay, if I was to do my reading record as well, because I use that quite regularly, and drop it in there, and everything else is shifted. Okay, let's do one more. So let's put, no idea what that one is, let's put Google for Education, and drop that on there. Golden Mile is now going to disappear, and in fact, because that one's too long, that's disappeared as well. So it's come to the top there, but it's not featured on the bookmark bar. So let's just put Golden Mile back in. Let's put that one there. Everything will shift along. Okay, so that's how you can reorder and prioritise your favourites bar. Finally, reopen closed tabs. I've mentioned this to one or two people, but say for example if I've closed that National Geographic tab, and let's close that one. Let's close 3 of them, okay, and we'll jump back to this one. So I've closed 3 tabs now, and I could think, oh actually I needed those. So we're going to use some hotkeys again, okay, so pressing multiple keys to reopen a tab. So you're going to press Control and Shift and the letter T. Control, Shift and T. So I press that, it will reopen the last one that's been closed, so that's a Google Drive. But I had 2 others. The very first one I closed was the National Geographic tab. So, and then I think I did 2 Google Drive tabs. So Control, Shift, T. The second Google Drive tab reopens, Control Shift T, and there's my National Geographic. Okay. What's really good for this is that if you do accidentally close something that's not pinned, then you can reopen it. It seems to remember from at least 24 hours before, because I've had tabs that have closed that I've realised the following day, and I've been able to reopen them with Control Shift and T. I don't know how long that memory kind of lasts for, but it definitely will remember from the day before to be able to reopen. Okay, so that is our level 2 walkthrough. I hope it's been useful.